ಅನುದಿನ ಅನುಕ್ಷಣ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲೂ ಕಲಿಯೋಣ, ಕಲಿಕೆಯ ಹೊಸ ಹಾದಿಯಲಿ ಜೊತೆಗೂಡಿ ಹೆಜ್ಜೆಯ ಹಾಕೋಣ, ಸಂತಸದಿ ಕಲಿಯೋಣ ನಮ್ಮ ಹೆಮ್ಮೆಯ ಈ ಕ್ಲಾಸಿನಲ್ಲಿ.
Yes sir. Yes teacher. Present ma'am.
Hello my dear little friends, how are you all? Fine? Very good. I welcome you all to today's class 6 second language English part 2 of the lesson Where there is a will, there is a way. Children, already in the previous class we have finished half of the lesson and today we are going to continue with the remaining lesson and the other activities. Children, before we begin our today's class, please be ready with your textbook, notebook and your pencil so that you can note down what is being taught in today's class. So, are you all ready with all these things? Yes, let's begin. Today, we'll begin with the glossary words. The first word is crush, meaning deformed. ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಚಿತ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಒಂದು ಮಿಷಿನ್ ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಆ ಮಿಷಿನಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ? ಆ ಕಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ? ಪುಡಿ ಪುಡಿ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ. ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವೇನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ? ಜಜ್ಜೋದು ಅಥವಾ ಜಜ್ಜುವುದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷಲ್ಲಿ ಅದನ್ನು ನಾವು ಕ್ರಶ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೇವೆ. ಲೆಟ್ಸ್ ಲುಕ್ ಅಟ್ ದ ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸ್ ನೌ. ರೇಫರ್ಸ್ ಲೆಫ್ಟ್ ಲೆಗ್ ವಾಸ್ ಬ್ಯಾಡ್ಲಿ ಕ್ರಶ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ಅ ಮೆಷೀನ್. ಅಂದರೆ ಏನರ್ಥ? ರೇಫರಿನ ಎಡಗಾಲು ಇಂಥದೇ ಆದ ಒಂದು ಮಷೀನಲ್ಲಿ ಸಿಕ್ಕಾಕೊಂಡು ಜಜ್ಜ್ ಹೋಗಿತ್ತು. ಇಟ್ ವಾಸ್ ಬ್ಯಾಡ್ಲಿ ಕ್ರಶ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ಅ ಮಷೀನ್. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ವರ್ಡ್ ಮರ್ಸಿ, ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ಕಂಪ್ಯಾಷನ್ ಆರ್ ಫರ್ಗಿವ್ನೆಸ್. ಅಂದರೆ ಏನರ್ಥ? ಕರುಣೆ. ದ ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ ರೇಫರ್ ಪ್ರೇಡ್ ಟು ಗಾಡ್ ಫಾರ್ ಹಿಸ್ ಮರ್ಸಿ. ಅಂದರೆ ಏನರ್ಥ? ರೇಫರು ದೇವರಲ್ಲಿ ತನ್ನ ಮೇಲೆ ಕರುಣೆ ಇರಲಿ ಅಂತ ಪ್ರಾರ್ಥನೆಯನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ. ದ ಥರ್ಡ್ ವರ್ಡ್ ಈಸ್ ಗೋಲ್, ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ಏಮ್ ಆರ್ ಗುರಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ. ನಾವೆಲ್ಲ ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದೊಂದು ಗುರಿ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತೀವಿ. ಅದನ್ನು ತಲುಪಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ ನಾವು ದಿನ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಲೆಟ್ಸ್ ಲುಕ್ ಅಟ್ ದ ಸೆಂಟೆನ್ಸ್. ದೇ ಸೆಟ್ ದೆಮ್ಸೆಲ್ವ್ಸ್ ಅ ಗೋಲ್ ಟು ಅಚೀವ್ ದ ಡ್ರೀಮ್. ಅವರು ತಮ್ಮ ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ಯಶಸ್ಸನ್ನು ಪಡಿಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಒಂದು ಗುರಿಯನ್ನು ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ರು. ಪ್ರತಿದಿನ ಅದರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಕನಸು ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು ಮತ್ತು ಪ್ರಯತ್ನನೂ ಪಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ರು. ದ ಫೋರ್ತ್ ವರ್ಡ್ ಈಸ್ ಸ್ಪೈಟ್, ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟೆಡ್ ಮೆಟಲ್ ಪೀಸಸ್ ಆರ್ ರನ್ನಿಂಗ್ ಶೂಸ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಚಿತ್ರದಲ್ಲಿ ನಿಮಗೆ ಕಾಣ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ, ಶೂಸ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಏನಿದೆ? ಮೊನಚಾದ ಲೋಹದ ತುಂಡುಗಳಿವೆ. ಇಂತಹ ಶೂಸನ್ನು ಯಾರು ಬಳಕೆ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ? ಎಸ್, ಸ್ಪೋರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್ಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ ದೀಸ್ ಕೈಂಡ್ ಆಫ್ shoes. Let's look at the sentence. Rafer often had difficulty in wearing spiked shoes. ರೇಫರ್ಗೆ ಇಂತಹ ಶೂಸ್ಗಳನ್ನು ಹಾಕೊಳ್ಳೋದಂದ್ರೆ ತುಂಬ ಕಷ್ಟ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು. The last word is decathlon is a combined event in athletics consisting of 10 track and field events. ಡೆಕತ್ಲನ್ ಅನ್ನೋ ಪದಕ್ಕೆ ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಂತ ಕರೀತಾರೆ? ದಶಸ್ಪರ್ಧೆ. ಅಂದರೆ ಏನರ್ಥ? ಈ ಒಂದು ಸ್ಪರ್ಧೆಯಲ್ಲಿ 10 ಈವೆಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾವ ಈವೆಂಟ್ಸು ನೋಡೋಣ. 100 ಮೀಟರ್ ರನ್ನಿಂಗ್, 400 ಮೀಟರ್ ರನ್ನಿಂಗ್, 1500 ಮೀಟರ್ ರನ್ನಿಂಗ್, ಲಾಂಗ್ ಜಂಪ್, ಹೈ ಜಂಪ್, ಪೋಲ್ ವಾಲ್ಟ್, ಹರ್ಡಲ್ ರೇಸ್, ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಪುಟ್, discus throw, javelin throw. The sentence is Rafer took part in the decathlon and won the first place. Rafer ಇಂತಹದೇ ಆದ ಒಂದು ಡೆಕತ್ಲನ್ ಈವೆಂಟಲ್ಲಿ ಪಾರ್ಟಿಸಿಪೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಪ್ರೈಸನ್ನು ಗೆಲ್ತಾನೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ನೋಡ್ಬೋದು ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ, ಡೆಕತ್ಲನ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಒಂದೇ ಪಂದ್ಯದಲ್ಲಿ 10 ಸ್ಪರ್ಧೆಗಳು. ಈ ಎಲ್ಲ 10 ಸ್ಪರ್ಧೆಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಮೊದಲನೇ ಸ್ಥಾನ ಗೆದ್ದರೆ ಮಾತ್ರ ನಿಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಓವರಾಲ್ ಚಾಂಪಿಯನ್ ಅಂತ ಗುರುತಿಸ್ತಾರೆ. ಡೆಕತ್ಲನ್ ಅಥವಾ ಈ ದಶಸ್ಪರ್ಧೆ ಈವೆಂಟಲ್ಲಿ ಗೆಲ್ಲೋದು ಬಹಳ ಕಷ್ಟ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ತುಂಬ ಶ್ರಮ ಪಡಬೇಕು, ಬಹಳ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಬೇಕು. Children, now you have learned all the new words and their meanings. Let's now recall what we learnt in the previous class. ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ, ಹಿಂದಿನ ತರಗತಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಏನನ್ನು ಕಲ್ತ್ವಿ ಅಂತ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಜ್ಞಾಪನ ಇದೆಯಾ? ನಾವು ಯಾವ ಒಂದು ಪ್ರಸಿದ್ಧ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಕಲ್ತ್ವಿದ್ವಿ? Yes, we learnt about Wilma Rudolph. At the age of 4, she had polio attack and she was not able to walk. Doctors ಏನನ್ನು ರೆಕಮೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು? ರೆಗ್ಯುಲರ್ ಮಸಾಜಸ್. ಸೊ ಅವ್ರ ಫ್ಯಾಮಿಲಿ ಮೆಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಸೇರಿ ಪ್ರತಿದಿನ ಅವಳಿಗೆ ರೆಗ್ಯುಲರ್ ಮಸಾಜ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಬಹಳಷ್ಟು ಪ್ರಯತ್ನದಿಂದ ಅವಳು ನಡೆಯೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಶುರು ಮಾಡ್ತಾಳೆ. ಅನಂತರ ತನ್ನ ಕೋಚಿನ ಟ್ರೈನಿಂಗ್ ಜೊತೆಗೆ ಓಡಲಿಕ್ಕೂ ಶುರು ಮಾಡ್ತಾಳೆ. ಲೇಟರ್ ಶಿ ಗೆಟ್ಸ್ ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಟೆಡ್ ಇನ್ ಒಲಿಂಪಿಕ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ರೆಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ಸ್ America and wins many gold medals. In our today's class, we are going to learn about another such wonderful personality. Do you want to know who it is? Then let's begin reading the lesson, then you'll come to know who it is. Children, in your textbook, please come to page number 94. I'm going to begin reading and you all have to listen attentively. Another champion who suffered a lot as a boy was Rafer Johnson. When he was only 12, his left leg was badly crushed in a machine. The front one of the toes was hanging as though it would fall off. The surgeon who treated him feared that the entire leg might have to be cut off. Rafer was very much upset. All the time he was in bed, he prayed to God for his mercy. He grew better day by day and the surgeon could finally save his leg. But it did not heal completely. Rafer's interest in sport was so strong that he did not worry about his weak leg. He often had difficulty in wearing spiked shoes, but this did not stop him from having regular practice. He worked hard day and night and was finally selected for the Olympics. He took part in the decathlon and won the first place. He was called the greatest all-round athlete in the world. Both these champions had a dream. They set themselves a goal to achieve the dream. They worked with a will to reach this goal. Their dreams came true and they became world-famous athletes. Children, did you all listen to the reading attentively? Yes? Very good. Then don't forget to practice reading this lesson at home. Now, let's know more about Rafer Johnson. Children, as I was reading, do you remember what happened to Rafer's left leg? Yes, his left leg was badly crushed in a machine. And then what happened? His left toe was badly injured and it was hanging out. And then he was hospitalized. And the doctor who treated him feared that his entire leg might have to be cut down. ಅವನ ಕಾಲಿಗೆ ಪೆಟ್ಟಾಗಿದ್ದನ್ನು ನೋಡಿ ಆ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ಒಂದು ವೇಳೆ ಅವನ ಕಾಲನ್ನು ಕಟ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಬಹುದು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ಅವ್ರ ತಂದೆ ತಾಯಿ ಹತ್ರ. ಇದನ್ನು ಕೇಳಿ ರೇಫರ್ಗೆ ತುಂಬ ದುಃಖ ಆಗತ್ತೆ. ಪ್ರತಿದಿನ ದೇವರಲ್ಲಿ ತನ್ನ ಮೇಲೆ ಕರುಣೆ ಇರಲಿ ಅಂತ ಅವನು ಪ್ರಾರ್ಥನೆಯನ್ನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ. After listening to the doctor, Rafer becomes very upset. He is sad and day and night he prays to God to show mercy on him. Rafer was very much interested in sports. So he started to work on his own and began slowly, little by little, to walk. And day by day he improved in his walking and soon he was able to run slowly. But he had a problem. What was the problem? He had difficulty in wearing the spiked shoes. ಅವನ ಕಾಲಿಗೆ ಪೆಟ್ಟಾದ್ರಿಂದ ಅವನಿಗೆ ಸ್ಪೋರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್ಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡುವ ಸ್ಪೈಕ್ ಶೂಸನ್ನು ಹಾಕ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು ಅಂದರೆ ಅವನಿಗೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ತೊಂದರೆ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇತ್ತು. ಆದ್ರೂ ಅವನು ತನ್ನ ಪ್ರಯತ್ನವನ್ನು ಬಿಡಲಿಲ್ಲ. He tried again and again and again and with regular practice he started running and soon he was selected for the Olympic Games. In Olympics, he participated in many games. Children, can you identify what game this is? Yes, it is the shot put. This is Rafer Johnson at 1960 Olympics. This is Johnson at 1960 Summer Olympics in Rome. Johnson at the 1972 Special Olympics. He participated in many games, and what was his greatest achievement? It was he won gold medal in 1955 Olympics at Melbourne. In which event? In decathlon. ಮಕ್ಕಳೇ ನಾನು ಆಗಲೇ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದೆ, ಡೆಕತ್ಲನ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು? ದಶಸ್ಪರ್ಧೆ. ಈ ಸ್ಪರ್ಧೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ಮೊದಲನೇ ಸ್ಥಾನ ಅಥವಾ ಆಲ್ರೌಂಡ್ ಚಾಂಪಿಯನ್ ಆಗೋದು ಬಹಳ ಕಷ್ಟ. ಏಕೆಂದರೆ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಸ್ಪರ್ಧೆಗಳಿರುತ್ತೆ? 10 ಸ್ಪರ್ಧೆಗಳಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಅಂತಹ ಡೆಕತ್ಲನ್ ಸ್ಪರ್ಧೆಯಲ್ಲಿ ರೇಫರ್ ಜಾನ್ಸನ್ ಮೊದಲು ಬರ್ತಾನೆ. ಅವನಿಗೆ 2 ಸಲ ಗೋಲ್ಡ್ ಮೆಡಲ್ ಸಿಗುತ್ತೆ. One in 1955 Melbourne and the other one in 1960 Rome. So twice he becomes the champion of the decathlon. Because of this great achievement, he was called the greatest all-round athlete in the world. ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು? ಇಡೀ ಜಗತ್ತಲ್ಲಿ ಉತ್ತಮವಾದ ಆಟಗಾರ ಅಂತ ಅವನಿಗೆ ಒಂದು ಟೈಟಲನ್ನು ನೀಡ್ತಾರೆ. Recently, Rafer Johnson died on 2nd December 2020 in United States of America. Children, in this lesson, we have learnt about 2 famous and hard-working personalities. One is Wilma Rudolph and the other one is Rafer Johnson. What do we learn from their lives? Yes, where there is a will, there is a way. ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು? ಮನಸ್ಸಿದ್ದರೆ ಮಾರ್ಗ. ನಿಮ್ಮ ಜೀವನದಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವೊಂದು ಗುರಿ ಇಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕು. ಆ ಗುರಿಯನ್ನು ನೀವು ತಲುಪಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಮನಸ್ಸು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಪ್ರತಿದಿನ ಅದರ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಶ್ರಮಪಟ್ಟು ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಲ್ವಾ? ಎಸ್, ಆಗ ನೀವು ವಿಲ್ಮಾ ರುಡಾಲ್ಫ್ ಮತ್ತು ರೇಫರ್ ಜಾನ್ಸನ್ ಥರ ಪ್ರಸಿದ್ಧ ವ್ಯಕ್ತಿಗಳಾಗ್ಬೋದು. ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್, ನಾವ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಲಿಸನ್ ಟು ದ ಲೆಸನ್. ನಾವ್ ಹಿಯರ್ ಇಸ್ ಅನ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ. ಆನ್ಸರ್ ದ ಫಾಲೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ಸ್. ಐ ಆಮ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಆಸ್ಕ್ ಯು ಅ ಫ್ಯೂ ಕ್ವೆಶ್ಚನ್ಸ್ and you have to choose the correct answer. Shall we begin? The first question is, what happened to Rafer's left leg? Let's look at the options. A. Got cut in an accident. B. Got crushed in a machine. What is the right answer? Yes, you guessed it right, children. It is B. Got crushed in a machine. Second question. Rafer found it difficult to run. A. Wearing spiked shoes. B. Using crutches. Yes, you're absolutely right, children. The answer is wearing spiked shoes. Third question. Decathlon is dash. A medal given in Olympics, or B. A competition where athletes take part in 10 separate events. You got it right, children. It is B. A competition where athletes take part in 10 separate events. Fourth question. Rafer is called the dash. Option A. Greatest all-round athlete in the world. Option B. A greatest runner in the world. Yes, it is option A. Rafer is called the greatest all-round athlete in the world. Congratulations, children. You all got the answers right. Now let's move on to our today's next topic, that is biodata. What is a biodata? ನೀವು ಯಾವುದೇ ಒಂದು ಆಫೀಸ್ ಅಥವಾ ಕಚೇರಿ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕ್ಗೆ ಹೋದಾಗ ಅವರು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಡೀಟೇಲ್ಸನ್ನು ಒಂದು ಪೇಪರಲ್ಲಿ ಬರ್ಕೊಡಿ ಅಂತ. ಆಗ ನೀವೇನು ಡೀಟೇಲ್ಸನ್ನು ಬರೀತೀರಾ? ಹೌದು, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹೆಸರು, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಫೋನ್ ನಂಬರ್, ವಿಳಾಸ ಅದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ನೀವು ಬರ್ಕೊಡ್ತೀರಾ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಈ ವಿವರಗಳನ್ನೇ ನಾವೇನು ಹೇಳೋದು? ಬಯೋಡೇಟಾ. ಇವತ್ತು ನಾವು ಒಂದು ಬಯೋಡೇಟಾವನ್ನು ಹೇಗೆ ಬರೆಯೋದು ಅಂತ ಕಲಿಯೋಣ. ಚಿಲ್ಡ್ರನ್, ಇನ್ ಯೋರ್ ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಬುಕ್ ಪ್ಲೀಸ್ ಕಮ್ ಟು ಪೇಜ್ ನಂಬರ್ 105. W4, write your biodata. Today I am going to show you how to write a biodata. As I am doing this activity, you can write your own biodata in your textbook in a pencil. Shall we begin the activity then? Yes, come on. Write your biodata. Today I am going to write the details about a student in my class. His name is Rajesh. I am a, is Rajesh a boy or girl? Yes, he is a boy. So I am going to write boy. So same way in your book you have to write boy or girl. The next one is my name is. Write your name. I am going to write here my student's name Rajesh. The next one is I am dash years old. How old are you? You write your age. I am going to write Rajesh's age. I am 11 years old. I study in class 6. Next one, the name of my school is dash. You can write the name of your school. I have written Government Kannada Higher Primary School. The next one, my favorite subject is mathematics. My hobby is playing Coco. My favorite color is red. I play dash games, outdoor games. I live in Bengaluru. Children, now you know how to write a biodata. ನೀವು ಇದೇ ಥರ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಡೀಟೇಲ್ಸನ್ನು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಟೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಬುಕ್ಕಲ್ಲಿ ಬರಿಬೇಕು. Children, now you all know how to write your own biodata. Next time when you visit any office or bank, you can very confidently write your biodata. Let's move on to our next topic, awards given for achievements in games. ನಮ್ಮ ದೇಶದಲ್ಲಿ ಹಲವಾರು ಆಟಗಳಿವೆ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆಲ್ಲ ಬಹುಮಾನಗಳನ್ನು ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಯಾವ ಬಹುಮಾನ ಯಾವ ಆಟಗಾರರಿಗೆ ಯಾವ ಸ್ಪರ್ಧೆಗೆ ನೀಡಲಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ನಿಮಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆಯಾ? ಇವತ್ತು ನಾವು ಅದನ್ನು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ. The first award is Arjuna Award. Children, you can see the picture of Arjuna Award. Children, can you guess this award is given for which game? Let me tell you. You can see the pictures here. Many players have received Arjuna Award from the President of our country. Arjuna Award is the highest award given by the central government for outstanding achievement in any game. ನಮ್ಮ ದೇಶದ ಕೇಂದ್ರ ಸರ್ಕಾರದಿಂದ ಅತಿ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿನ ಅಚೀವ್ಮೆಂಟನ್ನು ಪಡೆದ ಆಟಗಾರರಿಗೆ ನೀಡುವಂತಹ ಪ್ರಶಸ್ತಿ ಯಾವುದು? ಅರ್ಜುನ ಅವಾರ್ಡ್. ಆಟಗಾರರಿಗೆ ನೀಡುವಂತಹ ಪ್ರಶಸ್ತಿಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ಬಹಳ ಶ್ರೇಷ್ಠವಾದ ಉತ್ತಮವಾದ ಪ್ರಶಸ್ತಿ ಅಂದರೆ ಅದು ಅರ್ಜುನ ಅವಾರ್ಡ್. The next award is Dhyan Chand Award. Children, look at the picture. Can you guess for which game this award is given? Let me see if you have guessed it right. You can see many players have received the awards. The Dhyan Chand Award is given for outstanding performance in hockey. I think many of you got it right. The next award is Drona Award. Children, look at the picture. Dronacharya Award. Drona Award is given for outstanding coach. ಕೋಚ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಏನು? ಆಟಗಾರರನ್ನು ಟ್ರೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರಲ್ವ, ಅವ್ರನ್ನ ನಾವೇನಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ? ಕೋಚ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಯಾರು ಉತ್ತಮವಾದ ಕೋಚ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತಾರೋ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಯಾವ ಪ್ರಶಸ್ತಿಯನ್ನು ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ? ದ್ರೋಣ ಅವಾರ್ಡ್. The next award is Ekalavya Award. Here is the picture, children. Can you tell me for which game this award is given? Ekalavya Award is given by the state government for outstanding performance in any game. ನಮ್ಮ ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದ ರಾಜ್ಯ ಸರ್ಕಾರದಿಂದ ನೀಡಲಾಗುವ ಪ್ರಶಸ್ತಿ ಯಾವುದು? ಏಕಲವ್ಯ ಅವಾರ್ಡ್. The next award is Khel Ratna Award. These are the medals given to the players who win Khel Ratna Award. Children, this medal is given by the central government for outstanding performance in any game. Now, you might be confused between Arjuna Award and Khel Ratna Award. Arjuna Award is the most prestigious award given for outstanding achievement in any game, whereas Khel Ratna Award is given for outstanding performance in any game. Children, now we have learnt about the awards and for which game it is given. Now here is a small activity for you. match the awards with the achievements for which they are given. Children, in your textbook, you all can come to page number 99, activity V4. You can do this activity in your textbook also. Here are two columns, A column where I have given you the names of the awards, and B column I have given you the reasons for which the award is given. Now, can you match the column A with column B? Children, now let's check whether you've got all the answers right. The first award is Khel Ratna Award, and the right answer is Outstanding Performance in Any Game given by Central Government. The next award is Arjuna Award. It is given for the outstanding achievement in any game, highest award given by the Central Government. The next award is Drona Award. It is given for an outstanding coach. The next award is Ekalavya Award. It is given for outstanding performance in any game given by the state government. The last one is Dhyan Chand Award. It is given for outstanding performance in hockey. How many of you got the answers right? Very good, children. Those who got the answers right, you all did a great job. Now, let's move on to our today's next topic, that is adverbs. Let's learn in detail about adverbs. An adverb describes or modifies a verb in some way. You can see the word smiled. Smiled is a verb. What is a verb? Action word. Now, we have to add an adverb to the verb smiled. Andre smiled ಅಂದ್ರೇನು ನಗೋದು. ಆದರೆ ಅವರು ಹೇಗೆ ನಕ್ಕರು, ಜೋರಾಗಿ ನಕ್ಕಿದಾರಾ ಇಲ್ವಾ ಅನ್ನೋದು ನಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಬೇಕಲ್ವಾ. ಆಗ ನಾವೇನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಆಡ್ವರ್ಬನ್ನು ಸೇರಿಸ್ತೀವಿ. ಆವಾಗ ನಮಗೇನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ವರ್ಬಿನ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೆಚ್ಚಿನ ಮಾಹಿತಿಯನ್ನು ತಿಳ್ಕೋಬಹುದು ನಾವು. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ಸ್ಮೈಲ್ಡ್. He smiled happily. She smiled broadly. They smiled cheekily. Next one, walked. He walked quickly. He walked slowly. She walked lazily. Many adverbs end with the suffix ly, but not all. Mostly the adverbs end with the letters L and Y, but not all the adverbs. Let's understand this with the examples. Here you have the word kind with ly, which gives us the adverb kindly. Adverbs often tell us how, when, where, how much or something happened. Example, he fell suddenly. If I just tell you he fell, we will not know what happened to him, how it happened, where it happened. So, when I add the adverb suddenly, then I know the detailed information. He fell suddenly. The next example, she went upstairs. Where did she go? She went upstairs. Some adverbs are same or irregular. Earlier I told you adverbs are ending with ly, but not all. So, here are the irregular adverbs. The adverb for the word fast is same, fast. Early, early. Good, well. Children, we have an activity now. Complete the sentences using the appropriate adverb. In your textbook, you all can come to page number 101, activity V7. You can do this activity in your textbook. Shall we begin? Yes. Children, here are some of the adverbs. What are the adverbs? Happily, slowly, politely, easily, safely. I'm going to show you some sentences and you have to choose the correct answer. Shall we begin? Let's begin with the first sentence. He drives. Look at the picture and tell me the correct adverb. Yes, it is slowly. He drives slowly. The next sentence, I reached home dash. Which is the right adverb? Yes, children, it is safely. I reached home safely. Let's look at the third question. I speak to my parents. How do you speak to your parents? Yes, it is I speak to my parents politely. The next one, fourth sentence is she solved the problem dash. What do you think is the right answer? Yes, she solved the problem easily. The fifth sentence is I sit in the library dash. When you are at the library, how do you sit? Yes, I sit in the library quietly. Well done, children. You all got all the answers right, and I think now you have understood very well about adverbs and how to use them in a sentence. Now is your homework time. Note down the homework, do it and show it to your teacher at school and get it corrected. Children, in your textbook, come to page number 102, activity B. Can you make similar sentences? Complete the following. Next, page number 105, activity W3. They have given you different sentences. You have to write the sentence which relates to Wilma, Rafer and both. Next, page number 107, write your biodata in another way. Do this homework and show it to your teacher at school. Hope you all enjoyed today's class. I'll see you again soon with a new lesson. Until then, bye. Take care.